Hi YouTube, Janine here. Today is Saturday and I'm going to be working with Fancy. So I'm going to set up my camera and show you guys my process as far as tacking her up and all the lunging and stuff that I'm doing today. Today we're going to do a little bit of desensitizing with a plastic bag and maybe a bottle with some rocks in it for rattling and stuff. And then I'll be working with her on the long lines. We're working on trotting on the long line. She's very lazy. And maybe lunging her over some cross rails. Basically, in-hand work so that next year when it's time to break her in, not full breaking in, but a little bit of weight on her back, she understands the concept of being very relaxed on her saddle. So I'm going to go ahead and grab her. My arena footing is dry, which is nice. There are a couple of spots that are still a little bit wet, so I'm going to stay near the top part of the arena so it's not too bad. So I'm going to go get her. I'm going to set up my camera. So I don't know where yet. Maybe in the tree over here. That way you guys can see me tacking her up and stuff. So see you guys in a minute. Okay, so I have Fancy tied to my tie post. Right there. She's on the baling line just in case she decides to freak out. I'm going to use my other girth that's Sassy's old girth, which is a 36, I believe. And I'm going to use girth extenders on both sides to make the saddle fit a little snugger than the other one I was using. Just because it wasn't really tight around her belly. I'm also going to be using this fly stuff. It's called Click Deo Gel. It's a cream, but it works really good to keep the flies off. Better than the stuff that I buy in the stores. I imported this one from Germany. Right there. And it works really good. So it's basically Click Deo Gel. It's based on natural essential oils. Click prevents any contact with insects molesting your horse. Now, no flies, horse flies, or gnats will spoil your riding joy. Since I'm not riding, but she is getting bothered by like the greenheads and the deer flies and stuff like this, I'm going to put this on her and around her legs, under her belly, by her udders, and across her loins, just because the more the horse sweats, the more it starts stinking and the more it tends to prevent the flies from getting on her. So around her neck and her face. So I'll do that and then I'll go ahead and saddle her up. I hope this is a good angle. I know it's not like really close to her. This is on that broken down tree, but you'll get the gist of it and stuff. Thank you for peeing, Mare. plastic bag in my pocket. And this bottle I'm going to fill up with rocks when we're ready. So I'm going to move the camera to a more precise location so you guys can see what I'm doing. Hopefully with the sun behind, so don't get blinded. And we'll work first with our regular carrot stick, and then move on to the plastic bags, and then we'll long line. Okay, so first I'm going to re-girth her. I didn't put the saddle too tight because I didn't want her to freak out in case she didn't like the feel of the girth. So I never tighten a baby up when they're tied somewhere, because if they freak out and pull back, they can run you over, they can kick out. You can scare them more than what they should be scared. So I'm going to have her stand here while I re-girth. And that's tight. It's tight enough where it would be perfect for riding. I could probably take off the other extender if I wanted to. So, go ahead and work her. As always, you want a loose line on the lunge, no yanking or pulling. We're going for a soft feel. Maybe do smaller circles. There's a nice forward trot. And I'm basically walking with her because I want her to do a bigger arena. Just like if I was just walking half of the arena. Full arena with circles. This will teach her to bend nicely. She's tracking really beautifully. Trot. She's tracking real nice from the behind. Working really good. Nice change of direction. I like that right there. She anticipated, and she didn't hang against my hand. Staying nice, soft and supple on the lunge. That makes for a good dressage horse in the end. Look at that beautiful trot. Nice tracking. Reaching from behind. Nice soft eye and relaxed ears. This is the kind of horse you want to bring home to your mom. Good girl. Good hoe. Soft and easy hoe. And she stops. Word commands for a young horse is important. So when you start under saddle, they listen just as good. Asking. Good girl. Nice walk. She's tracking from behind in her walk. Nice forward walking walk. It's a little slow. She's slow. She's reaching with her shoulder. That's good. That means the saddle's not pinching. She has a nice working head bob. That's a good walk. Good working walk. Tear up. Tear up. Asking for a nice trot. There we go. Good girl. We're going to stop here. Look at that small circle. Anticipation. And no yank on the lunge. Good girl. Easy walk. Good walk. Good girl. Walk on. Walk on. Good. Good walk on. Come on. Good. We're going to transition in the walk. Good girl. She put her head up a little bit there. That's fine. She was just looking. But she stayed in a nice collected walk here. It's nice and pushing from behind. Tear up. Tear up. Good girl. Good girl. Walk. Good girl. Walk up. Tear up. Tear up. Good girl. So working her in a walk-in trot brings good endurance. Cantering is not really that important at this stage. You don't really want to canter them in a lunge because it's not good for their joints at this age. She's 2, so I don't really enforce cantering. I want her to be soft and supple in her walk-in trot. Granted, she's not penny rolling, stretching, or anything like that. But that all comes later on in training. She's carrying the saddle nice. She's always been a little high-headed. She kind of is like Percy in that rescue stripe, because Percy used to be really high-headed. And it took me forever and a day to get him to really lower his head. So I'm not worried about getting him to lower her head too soon, just because we're working on that still. I haven't really found anything that really spooks Fancy too bad. I mean, we've had a couple of spooks. They weren't too bad. So we'll see how the plastic bag thing goes. I don't think I did. I did this probably with her once. I can't remember. So let me see. All right. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and do some despooking here. So as always, let me go over here. Okay, so I'm gonna just rub her with the bag all over. Across the face. And as we can see, she's not a spooky horse. Never has been. I think I would have to set up firecrackers or something on her butt just to get a reaction out of her. Test the other eye. What are you doing with your leg, Goofy? Yeah, what a spooky horse. Huh? Okay, so obviously no reaction. I'm going to do her bubble dance here. Make sure I got the lens back. Okay. Oh yeah, spooky, really spooky. This horse is just crazy spooky. Oh, we got a reaction. Lightly. Touch her butt. Woo. Nothing? Okay. And she's only reacting because I'm actually skimming her with the thing. And I'm not meaning to, I have really bad coordination. She could care less, so let's do the other side. She stands awkward, so let me fix her awkwardness here. Wow. And I'm just tipping her head because I don't want to actually smack her in the face with this because it would hurt. Okay, so as far as despooking goes, I guess we're okay with plastic bags floating all around us. Huh. And like I mentioned the other day on my vlog, she was kind of off on her hind on one way, and I just noticed she has a bruise on her hind hoof on the left side. So that would explain why she was a little bit off the other day, you know, with the bruise and stuff. But she's fine now, so I'm not really concerned. So I'm gonna collect some rocks here, maybe 3 or 4. And since my arena's littered with rocks, it shouldn't take too long. La-di-da-da-da. Back up. La-di-da. Whoops. La-di-da-da-da. Okay. Alright, so I got rocks in a bottle. Very loud. And we'll see if we get a reaction from her this way. I can't put it on the stick, but I will try to do my best to get it all around her. If she freaks out, we'll wait till she stops. So I'm going to take it away from the camera here. Alright, bottle despooking. obviously not a big reaction I got that, but hey, it works. So now I'm gonna go ahead and long line her. I'm gonna put on her bitless bridle, and we'll work on some long lining. Okay, good girl. Rusty, get. Rusty! Rusty! Ooh. Ooh. So the trick with long lining is basically like you're riding. You want them to stay between the reins, no weaving. And home means stop all the time. Back, back, back. And we're going to encourage the stopping by backing a couple of steps. Back, back. Because it emphasizes the hoe. Back. Good girl. Walk on. Walk on. Yeah, good girl. Rosie, should you be playing in the arena when I'm training a horse?
No.
Huh? No. Should you? And why not?
Because you don't know what's coming after you.
Exactly. Be very dangerous. Trot, trot. Trot. Come on. You're right. You're right. Fancy, you're right. You're right. You're right. Trot. Trot. Kira. 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 Fancy trot. Come on, Kira. 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 Fancy trot. Come on. Kira. Kira. Trot, trot, trot. Trot, trot, trot. Trot, 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 trot. Whoa. Fancy Tira. 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 Fancy trot. Tira. Good girl. Trot, 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 trot. Trot, 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 trot. Tira, trot, trot, trot. Tira. 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 Fancy trot. Trot, 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 trot. 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 Tira. Tira. Trot, trot, trot. Good girl. Trot, 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 trot. And walk. Good walk. Keep going. Walk on. Walk on. Walk up. Come on. Walk, walk, walk. Whoa. Oh, good. Back. Good girl. Back. Good. Walk up. Walk up. Walk up. Walk up. Good girl. Good girl. I'm beat. So if anyone ever tells you that riding horses or working with horses is not a sport, they need to be shot. It's a lot of work to ride or train a horse. A lot of physical work. I don't run much unless something's chasing me. So if I have to chase the horse, it's different. So she's not sweaty, which means she's fit. But just like when you're riding a horse, you want to fill them out, make sure they're not overly hot. You know, you want to fill underneath the chest here. She's a little warm. It's a lot of space underneath the saddle here. I can stick my whole hand in there. Girth could probably be tightened a little bit more. I'm going to fill back here by the legs, by the udders and females, by the sheath by the males. She's a little hot there too. So, and a little sweaty on her rump back here. You can tell which muscle mass they've been working depending on what's sweatier. So we're going to do some flexing and bending, and then I'm going to walk her out to cool her off. Good baby. Over. Over. Come on, over, over. Over, over. Over. Good. Okay, I'm gonna clean my stuff up and then I'll show you guys what I'm feeding them. Okay, so I put my tack away. I'm gonna make the horses their food. So what do they get? They get this. This is the green horse. I soak it in water because the barley tends to puff up. And it's also that way the bran mash doesn't get all dusty and stuff. So I will put the camera over here. And you guys can see how I make their food. Actually, I should probably put it right here. Would work just fine. Put it on my electric fence thing here. Make sure my camera doesn't fall off. Yeah. It's good enough, right? Yep, okay. So, everyone gets a measured amount of food. They get Equine Senior, that's a full thing. So we do Sassy, Dixie, and then Fancy, because Fancy doesn't get a lot because she's fat in her own little way. So what I do is I make sure I stir the green horse, which now that it's soaked looks like this. Appetizing now. And this is what it looks like dry. Okay, so my battery gave me warning, so I'm going to hurry up and do this. So 3 for Sassy, so mix it really quick. 1, 2, 3. Dixie gets 2. Fancy gets like 2.5, and then Sass gets the rest. Okay, and then 3 scoops Senior for Sassy. 1, 2. I'm racing the battery here. 3. 1 for Fancy. And then 2 for Dixie. And last, Sassy gets 3 scoops of this. This is the Fat Cat for muscle building and weight gain. So 1, 2, 3, and then Dixie gets 1 because she's a pony. And none for Fancy because she's fat already, naturally. So that's what I give them to food, and I'm going to turn my camera off because the battery's dying. So thank you for watching, and until next time, happy trails, stay safe, wear your helmet, heels down, and enjoy your ride.